Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we're going to be covering some huge news. It just came out yesterday in relation to a Canadian penny stock that we've covered on the channel previously. The company name is Universal PropTech, and I'm super excited to bring this news to you guys today and dissect it in this video. Now before we get into it, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a huge help to both myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And let me know in the comment section below if you're holding shares of UPI, what you think of this news, and how you think they stack up to the competitors in this space. Now without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be providing an update on Universal PropTech Incorporated. Ticker symbol on this one, UPI on the Toronto Venture Exchange. On the US side of things, on the OTC, they trade under the ticker symbol UPIPF. Now they just released some massive news yesterday that we're going to cover in today's video. Before we get into it though, I wanted to pull up the chart here, you guys, because I definitely think this is a very attractive buying level for this stock, considering the organic growth they have in their business and some of the wild cards that they have that we'll discuss later in today's presentation. For full disclosure, I am a shareholder of UPI. I've been adding to my position all week here. I'm very optimistic about this company's future. Now, if we pull up a 6-month chart, you can see they closed out here on Wednesday's session, so November 4th, the same day the news came out, or yesterday, at 19.5 cents Canadian. And on a fully diluted basis, they have about 59 million shares. So that gives them a market cap right around the $11 million mark. So a little bit higher than what you see here on Yahoo Finance. Now keep that number in mind as we go through the presentation. $11 million market cap, you guys, zero debt. Very exciting stuff. And the other thing I wanted to point out is despite a sequence of great news articles and press releases coming out, this stock or company is now trading at 6-month lows. So you can see back towards the end of June, they were actually up above the 35-cent mark. They've now retreated substantially from that level. And again, I think this is really starting to present a very attractive entry point if you're looking for exposure into the property technology space or industry. Now, before we get into the big news here, you guys, I did want to take a quick look at what it is Universal PropTech actually does. For those of you who maybe missed my initial video on this company, I would definitely recommend you take a look. It's a deep dive analysis on their business model, but I will give a quick high-level summary here. So if you go over to their website, the About Us page, you can see front and center here, they're talking about the pandemic situation, which they believe, and I personally do as well, is going to be a major catalyst for building managers and property owners to really relook and think about how they address air quality, disinfection, bacteria, viruses in these indoor environments. So I think this is going to be big. Obviously, they've got some agreements with other companies that are focused on indoor air quality, so Air Sniper and Piera, which we talked about in depth in our last video. And you can see here, UPI has completed an exhaustive analysis of proven market solutions and is bringing its resources and experience to bring holistic solutions to its customers and stop the spread of airborne pathogens like COVID-19. So that's one of the major tailwinds that this company has right now going for them. Now, more specifically, the market opportunity at large, you guys, PropTech or property technology has already seen significant growth over the last couple of years. And the total addressable market in this industry is absolutely massive. If you think about all of the commercial, educational, sports facilities across the planet, you guys, this is a huge opportunity. And it's really in the middle of a point of convergence of a lot of futuristic type of technology. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, IoT or Internet of Things, and the cloud have really enabled significant breakthroughs in the real estate or property technology space. And that's exactly what you see if you scroll down here. Universal PropTech is really in the center of a number of these big trends that we're seeing. So fintech, real estate fintech, healthy building services, financing, long-term maintenance and upkeep. The list goes on and on here, you guys, but this is why I'm so excited about the core business or underlying business at UPI. And in terms of a definition of what this company is about, an operating building control systems company, so HVAC building control company. UPI de-risks the testing and deployment of innovative prop tech or property technology solutions. We beta test technology with our existing clients and ensure that the prop tech being developed by our technology partners is what consumers need and want for their property solutions. So they're really leveraging that long history and those existing relationships to ensure that they're bringing the best products to market for new clients and new customers. Now again, without going into too much detail here, you guys, this is kind of how the company's set up. So they operate primarily through their VCI Controls subsidiary. This is really responsible for a lot of the actual execution. So air quality, mechanical, maintenance services, controls, installations, products, all the way down to the evaluation of actual energy resources, whether that's renewables, energy generation, storage, integration, and then finally here, the building performance. So they actually provide energy management audits, building system optimization through artificial intelligence, and project management so that building owners and operators can rest at ease knowing that their properties are efficient and are taken care of. Now under the UPI or Universal PropTech banner, this is really focused on the marketing, retail, sales network, so more of the innovation or distribution side of the business. And between these two banners, that's really what makes up this company overall. Now with that being said, now I wanted to shift gears and talk about the huge news that just came out yesterday, you guys, 6 a.m. November 4th. Universal PropTech provides an update on executing approximately $3 million of their existing sales backlog and $15 million worth of distribution proposals. So there's a couple pieces that we're going to unpack in this news article here, you guys, 3 to be specific. First up is in regards to the sales backlog. And I guess I'll preface this with some comments from the CEO, Chris Hazelton. We had a very busy summer at UPI, and we are very appreciative of our staff who literally worked around the clock for our customers considering the state of this pandemic. Our sales staff remains committed to growing our sales backlog, and we look forward to increased orders from new and existing clients in both Canada and the United States. So really getting that exposure across North America here. Now shifting into the sales backlog specifically, over the last 3-month period, so from July to September, the company has now delivered on approximately $3 million of their existing $6 million sales backlog. Now keep in mind, this is an $11 million market cap company, so the fact that they have a $6 million sales backlog in itself is super impressive, and the fact that they were able to convert on half of that, or $3 million, in 1 quarter or 3-month period is absolutely phenomenal. Now that being said, even with all that work being completed or initiated, the company still has a sales backlog as of the end of September of $4.5 million Canadian. So a huge pipeline here of work, you guys, that the company has to look forward to and is going to contribute to top line revenue in the months moving forward. And I should note that this sales backlog doesn't even include the ongoing service contracts or maintenance work. So there's going to be additional revenue that's generated from these initial sales agreements. Now you can see here they reference a press release that came out on July 12th. So if we click over to that one, this is actually the initial article that talks about that $6 million sales backlog. So again, I would highly encourage you guys to take a look here. Really speaks to the appetite and the demand for the products and services that UPI is providing or offering to their clients. Keep in mind, you guys, during the pandemic situation here, a lot of times it was very difficult for building managers to have new people in the buildings. There was lockdowns, there was protocols. So in order for these sales staff to get in and make an appearance was really difficult in some situations. And obviously with restrictions lifting now, we're starting to see the sales volume really pick up in a meaningful way. Now the second component of this big news article really has to do with the distribution update. So the company, in addition to the sales backlog, would also like to inform investors that they've actually put forward an additional $15 million worth of proposals or work issued within the last 45-day period. So this is to prospective clients. These are not locked in or guaranteed contracts, and they've been facilitated through their distributors of the Air Sniper product. Again, this is an air purification system we're going to look at in a second here, but this is massive, and I want to note this is in both Canada and the United States. So again, getting outside of the Canadian borders and really expanding or breaking into that US market, which obviously increases the TAM or total addressable market exponentially. So not only are they starting to clear their sales backlog, they're adding to that sales backlog, and they're issuing millions of dollars worth of new proposals or new work through their distributors of Air Sniper. And again, another piece of information you may want to take a look at. This is from an article that came out on June 4th talking about UPI's expanding distribution of Air Sniper products across Canada and exploring sales into the United States. And that's exactly what we're now seeing materialize in yesterday's press release. And again, for those of you who aren't super familiar with this company and have missed that last video we did, Air Sniper here is essentially an industrial scale application or solution to kill germs or eradicate germs within buildings using ultraviolet light or UVC technology. So as you can imagine, huge appetite for this type of solution, you guys, even before the pandemic, but now moving forward in our new world here, I think a lot of buildings, property managers, commercial real estate firms, they're really going to be looking for solutions like this that can handle large-scale facilities with affordable solutions to ensure their customers or patrons are taken care of and protected within these facilities. Now, the final piece of news here, they say good things come in threes, you guys, and this is exactly the situation we found in this press release. On June 7th, the company announced a significant purchase order from one of its indoor air quality, so IAQ partners, with an estimated value ranging from $6.5 to $10 million. So this is a massive PO or purchase order from one of these partners. And based on the commission structure that UPI has in place, they expect to receive $350,000 to $500,000 Canadian worth of commission from this purchase order alone. So they wanted to provide an update here and state that during the period of July to October of this year, they've actually received or invoiced approximately $316,000 worth of this commission from this IAQ partner. So again, considering the market cap, $11.5 million on a fully diluted basis of UPI, we're talking some significant money coming into the company here, you guys, whether it's their own internal sales backlog, some of these proposals or prospective work, or actual commission derived from some of their partner agreements. And again, here's the initial press release covering this huge purchase order back on June 7th. Again, if you're looking for more information on the details of this agreement, I would definitely recommend you take a read. But across the board here, you guys, phenomenal news for UPI, and super excited to see how this company continues to grow in quarters moving forward. Now, the one thing I should mention, again, we discussed this in our last video, this is a wild card here, or the icing on the cake, in my opinion. In addition to all of the other exciting stuff UPI has going on, they've actually signed an agreement to be the exclusive sales agent for something called Spotlight 19, which is specifically focused on identifying the presence of COVID-19 through a non-invasive scan of a person's fingertip. So this is a very low cost and quick way to test massive crowds or groups of people for the presence of COVID-19. And you can imagine the application or use case for this in sporting stadiums, concerts, events, things of that nature, when they need to test a huge number of people in a very short amount of time to get them in the doors. And you can see on the right some of the other use cases here. So airports, border crossings, government buildings, schools, university campuses, and then obviously entertainment complexes. So this one is still in the works. It's not operational at this point in time. We're waiting for an update from Iceberg on the Spotlight 19 technology. But again, keep this in the back of your mind, you guys. This could be a massive game changer for Universal PropTech moving forward. Now, before I let you go here, you guys, I needed to bring this chart up again. We talked about this in our last video. This is a great comparison of UPI to some of their peers. We've talked about a few of these on the channel. KNR, Control Technologies, is one, for example. Two things I wanted to bring your attention to here. Number one, the market cap. So again, in that $11 million Canadian range, which is just mind-boggling compared to some of the sales numbers we're seeing from this company. Trailing 12-month revenue of $7.6 million. They've got $1.3 million in cash, so over 10% of their market cap is sitting in cash. And the big one for me here, you guys, absolutely zero debt, which is so important to these small companies to ensure they've got the flexibility and the agility to make decisions and capitalize on opportunities as they present themselves. So for those reasons, you guys, and all the other ones that we talked about in today's update, I definitely think UPI deserves a closer look and should be on your watch list. This is a massive up-and-coming company here in Canada. It's trading at 20 cents or close to it, which makes it a true penny stock in every sense of the word. This is one that I personally hold. I'm continuing to add to my position, and I could not be more optimistic and excited about their future. That's it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this news, what you think of UPI, and how they stack up to some of their competitors in this space. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And if you're still watching at this point in the video, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button on your way out. It's a huge help to both myself and the channel. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.